I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, this is Cassie and Janet from Patriot Sisters of America. We've gone through quite the struggle this morning getting our flags up for this first video, but we just wanted to introduce ourselves and let everybody know. I know you've been seeing us promoting a lot more. We officially became a nonprofit about a week ago. So we are Patriot Sisters of America, Inc. And there's a lot of great stuff to come. And we're hoping to really create a lot of action here within our community here on the Space Coast. And then we will be moving outwards, but we're going to be concentrating on the whole state of Florida. It's just that most of our new programs are going to be right here as we build. So, and find different people to help us in different areas. So we just quickly wanted to make sure you know we're real.
Yes,
we do a lot of things. I want to go over a little bit about what our missions are, and I'll show you our website. If our flags fall down behind us, just ignore it. It's kind of how the day's going. So, but we have three main missions. Our goal is not to create with these missions, our goal is not to create individual groups with members. Okay. Our goal is, there is already a ton of really awesome groups out for all sorts of different types of things, like human trafficking and veterans organizations and conservative movements, things like that. There's a lot of really great groups doing really great things. Where we saw that there was a disconnect was the groups talking to one another and coming together so that we can fully be able to take care of those who we're supporting or serving, or be able to share out the issues we're trying to bring awareness to. So,
like I said, we also, in looking at what the others are doing, and we're checking out all the groups, all the veterans organizations, especially, and a lot of others. And what's happening is there's holes because they don't know what the other one's doing. So no one knows. And so we're trying to figure out, okay, what are the main missions of each of the organizations, and when we check each one of them, what's missing? What's missing that Brevard needs, the state needs, the country needs?
And then we'll help fill those needs. Hopefully, hopefully we can help fill those holes, those gaps, and that's our goal. We really are going to be bridging the gap of communications between all the really great organizations we have here. So Janet and I have been really busy the last couple of months, going out, meeting different groups, learning, going to different meetings, even joining as members some of the groups, so that we can start seeing what everybody's doing. We're trying to figure out what's important here in our community, so we can make sure we're helping them tackle whatever their biggest challenges are. Our three main missions, let me just talk about that real quick. So we have three. So under Patriot Sisters of America, Inc. we have one called Operation Veteran. And that is something that's been a passion of mine for many, many years, as well as Janet's. And that is where we're helping veterans, bringing them resources, helping them, whether it's simple things when they get out, finding a job, doing their resume, also helping them maybe through doing their benefits, or connecting them with the right people to be able to help them do their benefits, as well as mental health type things, finding them somebody that they can talk to, connecting them with groups. We know we both have veteran sons. I have two Navy sons who are now out, and she has two as well. And so we found personally lots of holes and gaps in the VA system, of course, as well, where they were not getting consistently their needs met. And we need to be taking care of them.
Yeah, and what's happening too is that it's such a vast amount of information that you go on the veteran site, such that you can literally get lost in the information. And so trying to take, we get people that just are really desperate for help. It's there. They just don't know how to find it and where to go. So we can direct them,
Right.
I mean, we just helped somebody in Alabama. So it's out. The information's out there. We just have to.
And it's
help them
not
find
an
it.
easy thing to
No.
get. You have to really spend a lot of time researching, and some people just don't know where to go.
Mhm.
So we want to help people get there, but it will go deeper than that. We do have lots of plans for Operation Veteran, as well as our other 2 missions, but we do plan on having a brick and mortar type facility some point soon, to be able to provide hands-on contact and resources for veterans and other things, for our other missions as well. So we have exciting things coming, and we'll be keeping you updated. We're going to try to do one of these videos at least once a week. But as issues arise, as we have calls to action, what we like to call them, that's with our conservative group, which I'll go over in a second. We have calls to action. Those are things that citizens need to know about, that we really need help. We need to write letters, make phone calls, because we have things about to happen if we don't make movement, where our country is going to really suffer, or our state, or community. So we'll do those various calls to action when something important comes up. We also will be spending a lot of time within our conservative group. And let me just say what that is real quick. That's called Conservative Women Action Network. Okay. And that is, obviously it has the word women in it. So that's what the focus is, but we do have men as well. We actually have a man who helps us in the background. So we will be focused on not only just within our community, although that is where I think each area needs to focus on, is right there in their community. I think our local needs are vital, and as well as our federal, but it starts with local. And that's where people can start getting more engaged, more involved. You're never going to be able to, unless you already somehow are networked within politics. It's too hard to make any changes on our level, on a federal level. So on a local level for federal issues. So where we need to start is locally. We need to get more involved in our government, know what laws are coming across, even the school board, very, very important. Let me just do a quick shout out to Moms for Liberty, because Janet wasn't, we weren't even aware of Moms for Liberty. We were told about them at a meeting we went to for another group, and they told us about them. So we immediately reached out, went to a meeting, and they are active, really active in our local school board, doing some really great things, very ethical. And there are some real passionate people who are out to make some real good changes for our children, and also just for liberty in general.
And they're a teaching organization also, so that's really awesome. At their meetings, they actually have an educational aspect to it, which is cool. The other thing is they started right here in Brevard, Indian River County, with the first 2 chapters. And then now we understand there's somewhere around 18 in Florida that are either completely organized or getting ready to. And there's 50 around the country that are in that same, because they do check them out to find out who's organizing and make sure they know the focus of what they're supposed to be doing. So this has become from a local to state to national, which is exactly what we need to do in every aspect of.
Yeah, they're doing great things. So I was really impressed, actually. So there is a need for them in other local communities. So, and we'll be working with them to try to tell them where there's needs, and maybe help them recruit, and any organization, not just for them. So, and there's another group we've joined that's doing tremendous, having tremendous progress and doing a lot of action in this area. And that's the Brevard Federated Republican Women Group.
Yeah,
and they are huge.
Awesome.
They are doing great things. We're on May 5th. We're going to an event there. If you're interested, Anthony Sabatini will be there to speak. And their events are always great. It's $25 to get a ticket, because that comes with a meal and drink and the speaker and all that. So great place to network. Always has a filled room. They do a phenomenal job at really getting people together, and they are active. They go to door to door. They're constantly doing flag waves out at our corners here in Brevard County.
They're in Tallahassee.
When there's big things coming up. So they're doing a lot of great work too. And that's exactly why we chose to not bring on another group. There's already really great groups. They're doing really great things. I just want to get our numbers larger. If we all join forces together, get the, and it'll really show how our state and hopefully our country is really starting to be active, and conservatives are really starting to get active, because I think we have for a long time. I just think we are more, usually we stick to our own, and we don't do it the same way as liberals do. So we need to be able to do what they do if we're going to win over the country. And because, conservative values are important, and that's what's going to save our country. We definitely can't be going the way we're going now. So there's a lot of work to be done. Some of the calls to action, I have a whole list here of different Florida legislative issues, and we are going to concentrate on Florida. But I'll be sharing those. If there's big ones coming up, we'll do a live stream real quick, let you know what's coming up. You guys need to have it on your radar. I'm going to show you real quick a really great place you can go to keep updated yourself on the web about these bills, but we have got to get active. Before I go further into that, I have to talk about the other, another very important mission we have. Our third mission is WATCH, WATCH, and that stands for Women Against Child Trafficking. So trafficking children, sorry, I said that backwards. And so that is starting off as mostly an educational awareness concentration. So, but we've already partnered with a few different larger organizations that do that. And they have quite a few action items they are needing help with. So we are going to help them with that. So it's gone a little further than awareness, and we're hoping that'll go even further. Once we get our brick and mortar resource center set up, and that's going, there's going to be a lot more added as far as education and classes and parenting classes and social media and all those things that are so vital to make sure we're really watching what is happening to our kids. So, and I started getting involved in this piece of it for a lot of different reasons. But the most recent is my stepson actually had an incident where he was being targeted. And they're very tricky, and it came from a chat room from a game so that he plays.
It's true,
and they start talking, and it's not anything that happens quick. It happens over a long period of time. And I caught it about 2 weeks, 3 weeks into this grooming conversation, and luckily I did, because by the time I caught it, he had already sent pictures of himself. They knew what neighborhood he lived in, what school he went to, what time he got out of school, and what time he came home. So, that could have been really serious if I hadn't caught it early. And that was just from me being really nosy about their social media, and just something didn't make sense with something he said. And I said, Mom, just go check that. We need to do that more often. It is happening, and it's happening a lot in our area and all over Florida. Florida is number 3 in the entire United States for child or sex trafficking.
And keep in mind, the trafficking at the big box stores, especially, that's happening. It happens in our family where someone was followed around. Don't want to give too many details, but big box stores, you need to keep the kids in the cart, and you need to hold their hand. And when you leave the store, put them in the cart. And when you get there, put them in the car first.
And when you're in the parking lot, have your keys with your alarm from your keys on it handy in your hand, ready to go. Don't have to dig around in your purse to try to find it. And I am completely, as you can see by our Second Amendment flag, maybe you can't see it, but I'm all about that. Everyone, all of us, especially women, need to go get trained, educated, and go find a weapon.
And another little hint in the parking lot: don't beep your horns if you find your car, because guess what? They know where your car is now.
Yeah.
So it's just all the little things. So we're just trying to, like I said, bridge that gap and let everybody know, some of the things that are happening out there, and that they're real.
Yeah. Yep.
The other thing that's real is our, our amendments that we need to get.
That's a really serious issue. So
target.
these different bills that are going in, they're really going for a gun grab. So this is heading a really bad direction. And if conservatives don't start becoming more active and voicing what they need to do, what we need to do, and start getting involved in these groups that are doing great things, but we need numbers. We've got to get these people, and we got to vote in the right people. So we've got to find very strong conservatives. There's so many in there that are of this government rhino club. We've got to get rid of them. We need real conservatives that can't be bought and who are going to fight for our rights and fight for what they know, because it is our decision, and we have got to take that back. We've got to take that responsibility back. Everything that happens, who's voted in, what bills get passed and don't get passed, that is our decision. Now, we don't go up and vote, but we have representatives that do it for us, and they don't know what we want if you don't tell them. You can't just hope somebody else is doing it because we are not doing enough. That's why all these bills are here, and there's a ton of them. Coming.
Keep in mind, inaction is actually a decision. You're making a decision to not be active, and we have to change that. You, your neighbor, your friends, your family, you need to talk to your family. How often have you really done that? So don't make that inaction decision. Everybody has to act. It's time now.
We have to, just like voting. And I know we're all really ticked off that most of us conservatives feel our vote did not count. And I know a lot of people, and I was just talking to somebody yesterday, a campaign manager actually of Luna Lopez, wonderful candidate who we will do several shout outs for as well. She is running for a northern district in northern Florida, and she is a powerhouse. She's going to be one to watch, she's good. Yeah. So, but I was talking to her campaign manager yesterday for quite a long time, and we need to get on these. I forgot which direction I was going, but we need to go on the track of getting these bills taken care of. So I want to quickly show you
this is awesome.
The website where you can go follow up yourself and make sure we're getting our voices heard to the representatives that are taking care of us. And that's where I was going with that, by the way, was the conservatives. Finding conservatives who are strong. You have to remember, it's not the only ones we ever hear about are the ones who have a whole bunch of campaign money. And I'm not saying all those people who do have a bunch of campaign money are not good, but I'm just saying don't just look at them. Do your research, and we'll try to help you. We're going to try to do interviews and do different things to get out those candidates who don't have the millions of dollars to get out everywhere. We're going to try to push those. Yeah, because we got to get those true conservatives, really strong conservatives in. We can't have people who are going to be able to be bought by the companies or different types of what are they called, the big organizations that go and buy the politicians so that they can go and have certain things done.
Big money.
So we gotta really make sure we're doing our research and doing our homework. It's gonna take work. We're on the verge of losing this country. So we really gotta get a job done. We gotta get some stuff done. We'll try to help you through that because we didn't know either. We're learning along the way, to be honest. I thought I pretty much knew a lot of things within politics, but until you get local and you start really digging and you start looking how things are made, what things are sneaking in there, man, it opens up a whole new world. You're like, oh, wow. I mean, it will really show you some things. So it's important. Know what's going on especially in your own local politics.
And if you don't know, ask for help.
So I'm going to share the screen real quick because I want to show you a website where you can go and look these things up. It went immediately to our website, by the way, just so you can, we have it's patriotssistersofamerica.com. On here, what we are trying to do is go over our missions and goals and what we're doing. And I also have on here, let me just show you here under more, we have action groups we just created. Those are new. So So they're still getting built, but there are there for you to join. There's a public forum and a donation drive area. And what that's for is that we want to have a free space where some of these great organizations within the network that we're working with and partnering with, or any of them, anybody in our community that has some donation requests for a good cause, they can come in here and they can post it on here for free. Okay, so I put a couple in here already so you can see what's going on, but just go in here and post anything. It's just like a blog area, and you can post your whatever needs you have for your organization. There's also a community support form, and this is all public. Okay, so that's one of the areas we invented. But the other cool thing, calls to action. Now, I'm still working on this. It's timely, but all this huge list here of, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of different bills in Florida that are going around. I'm trying to get these updated. I've only got 7 in here so far, but I'm going to get them all in there, and I'll try to keep this updated. So if you click in here, you can see what these different bills are about. Just a little quick summary, why we have a call to action, what we don't want, that sort of thing. The link to the bill, and also Ron DeSantis information is here, and then a link to find your own representative in your local area so you can write them and call them. Okay, so we'll try to keep these updated for you. If you want to check some of these yourself, let's just go over one. There is a website called legiscan.com/Florida, or whatever state you're in. And here you can look up all the different bills that are going on, what's going on with them, where they are in the process, that sort of thing, who voted yay, nay. So this is a really good one to favorite in your pile. But if, let's just say we have, let me see here. Let's do, which one do you want to do, Janet? How about State Bill 498?
It's a good one.
So 498 is the one about, and this is actually put in by Republicans, so, but firearms in religious facilities allowed. So this is a Republican bill, but this will tell you where it's at right now, the summary, who are the sponsors, and as you can see, we have, it's mostly all Republicans, but there is one Democrat in here.
Awesome.
I didn't even know that. So that's really good to know. That's a good,
it's a good indicator that they're
yeah.
beginning to listen to some of our issues
Yes.
and not being afraid to speak out.
Yep, so this is a good one. And then it gives all the different state resources for this bill, all the different amendments. So this is a keeper that we need to start going over. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these bills I have in here, but let me just tell you, there's some really important ones that you need to start looking at. And if you want to look at all of them, you should be able to just go in here, active Florida bills. So this one, 1070, requiring the court to allow an officer to elect to post and maintain a certain bond, providing a certain provisions of a will or void, so upon dissolution of marriage. So some of these are not ones that, that maybe it is important to you, but this is where you need to start looking at different things, because there are, as far as important ones that you need to be paying attention to, there are 22 Florida legislative issues in the Senate that are about weapons, guns, background checks, things that are important to conservatives. 22 of them they're trying to get through. So make sure you are checking those out. Florida House has 42 different bills that are trying to go out. And
some are good and some are bad.
Some are good and some are bad. But the one for the Senate, a lot of Democratic bills they're trying to push through. A lot. And so we're probably going to be spending so much time trying to fight against these that we're hoping that we're not going to probably be able to get through what we really wanted to get through. So we need to be talking to our representatives to make sure they're going the way that we say they should be. So make sure you're following us on Facebook. We have whether it's my personal page, Cassie Jansto, or whether it is Janet's page or our main Patriot Sisters of America page on Facebook. We all know we don't like Facebook. So, but it is where people are going and it is where you're getting information. And the other thing to remember is that we can't be hiding from the liberals. So there are some out there who are wanderers or who aren't political. And so we do need to reach out to them too, because it's important that they see both sides. And whether we think they're going to listen or not doesn't matter. We can speak up and make sure that there will be a few, even if there's one that's going to help. We need to make sure we're getting that information out. So I will try to post these. We both will on our Facebook account. We had a Telegram for a while. It ended up just being too time consuming to put it everywhere. So we're going to focus all of our information on different bills coming out on the website and on the and on our Facebook page. Anywhere else that we mostly go. I do Twitter as well, Patriot Sisters of America. Pretty much, if you look up Patriot Sisters on any social media,
Patriot Sisters of America.
No, a lot of them is Patriot Sisters. So
okay.
we know there's another Patriot Sisters group as well. They're called the Patriot Sisters. Really great group, two ladies who are actually really, really great. Someday we got to meet them. But yeah, they are actually sisters. Ours is Patriot Sisters of America, but in a lot of social media where you can actually find us, but by doing @Patriot Sisters. So we're on Pinterest. I'm on MeWe, a bunch of all the different Parler, Twitter. So follow us.
Don't forget to reach out to. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if you're confused about something. If you don't know what to say to someone who's in office and you want to oppose a bill or support a bill, you don't have to know everything. Call them anyway, email them anyway, or ask us what if you can do. We're here to help you out.
Yep.
You can message us through any of those medias or just right on the website. So go to the website. Also, we need to talk to them about our store.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too. Real quick before I talk to you about that. We need help. So we need action. And I've been talking to all these different groups where we've been connecting with and networking with and partnering with. They all need help as well. So that is absolutely our strongest and most needed challenge right now is getting volunteers. So listen, guys, we can't do it from our computers and couches anymore. We can't do it. We can't just talk about it on social media. If you're upset about what's going on, then you need to speak up. Yeah. And there's all sorts of things for all types of people that can be done. I need people that just want, I need researchers, people who can go on the computer and go find information for us on certain topics we're looking for. I need people to be able to set up interviews with candidates who can just make phone calls to different candidates and set up interviews. We need volunteers who will want to go do even the fun stuff, go to events, meet different organizations, get our cards out there, flag waves,
attend some meetings or different organizations, find out what they're really about.
Yes.
And report back to us.
Recruit, help us find more volunteers, fundraising, grant writing, all those things. Also, we really, really will be looking for a grant writer. If any of you know a little bit about that, would like to help, even if it's just a couple hours a week, whatever you can offer, we could use the help. And it's not just bridging these gaps, by the way. We actually do, like with veterans, take care of veterans. We go, I go and take deliveries to a transitional facility for veterans here in Brevard County. We try to help and assist any way we can with the Veterans Memorial Center, things like that. So there are things we're doing to actually help people as well. So it's not just the operational part. We need help all around. We want to get people out there to go visit nursing homes, veteran nursing homes, and go show them if they're allowing people in yet. Go read a book to them, whatever. Let them talk about war stories, let them just get them to have some social time.
And we'll be giving you some information. Do you even know that there's a nonprofit thrift just to help veterans, and there's a nonprofit thrift just to help trafficking women that have come out of trafficking. I mean, there's things out there that people just don't know about. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll get that information out.
Yeah, shout out to that, by the way, Down the Road Thrift.
Down the Road Thrift.
Jerry, owner, he manages it. He is phenomenal. The man does so much work in our community for veterans. He will house veterans and their family's entire house with furniture and no cost to them. And he'll go and set it up and dishes and kitchen items. And it's just, he does amazing work. And he doesn't get grants. So he needs volunteers. He needs people to come in and just help keep his store tidy. And we are doing a donation drive right now for sheets. He needs more sheets. And we don't want, even though we would take probably your sheets, we would really like to give our veterans new sheets. They're not that expensive. So that was really hard to get those donations going. So, and I don't know why. We need to get more donations going for those people who are really doing things. So instead of going out and buying that extra Starbucks coffee, maybe consider putting $16 towards a sheet set, and we'll make sure it gets to the right hands, or given a couple hours of your time next week or over a weekend to go visit some places. There's all kinds of things that can be done for all levels, all people, men, women. It doesn't matter. So, and
let us know what you are doing, because we can help other people do the same. So if you are involved in something, let us know what you're involved in, and where we can maybe fit some people in there to help on that issue. So, or
what your challenges are. Maybe we can help you. Maybe we can get the words out. We will be happy to share your event on our events page. All of our events on our website are other organizations' events, other organizations' fundraisers, that sort of thing. So that's what we're here for. We want to help all of you. So here on our website, down at the bottom, if you want to join, if you're willing to help in any way, fill this out. It's a really quick thing. It'll email right to us, and you can help. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about, and we're going to let you go because it's going way longer than I anticipated. But we have a store that we have started. So it's not just, most stores for nonprofits are just shirts and things like that with their logo, and we do have those, but we actually made ours quite a bit different. We have lots of different products to offer, gifts, things that people that like us would be interested in, things on awareness, home supplies, art, survival bags,
gift items,
all kinds of stuff we put on there. And it's building daily. So I think we have 230 or something like that items on there now. So we're going to, and I'm building it because I keep finding things that will be good or we're being asked to add. So let me just quickly show you on our website, there's check out PSA online store at the top. There's also right here, visit the PSA store. If you click on it, it'll take you to our store here. Another exciting thing we added. We also are called Warrior Brewing Company because we now also have coffee, our own coffee. So we're really excited about that, and it's yummy. It's very, very, very good. It's delivered to you within 3 to 5 days, and they send it the day it was roasted. Yeah. So the day it was roasted, they send it out, so it's super fresh. Totally different taste if you're used to buying coffee from a supermarket. It's awesome. If you're a coffee drinker, you'll love it. Yeah. So here's our store. This is the Warrior Brew. That's what the coffee's called, Warrior Brew. And you can shop in there at that store. But we have different collections. We have people, property, Patriot gear, stay awake, spread awareness, take action. So awareness types of things. Patriotic home collection, Patriot Sisters only. Hey, by the way, we did that for a very specific purpose because it happens to be, we always had a hard time finding women's shirts that we loved. There was all kinds of Patriot men that had awesome shirts with things that it said on that we love, but they never had the women's style of shirts. So we decided that was really important. So that's why we have a Patriot Sisters only. But men, we have one for you too. We've made one, the Patriot Man Collection. And let's not forget about our Tiny Patriots. The Tiny Patriot Collection is for animals and children.
And if you don't see something that you're looking for, let us know. Send us a quick message. Say, hey, why have you got such and such?
Yeah, can you get this? Yeah, because I can get a lot of things. We have a lot of different suppliers we've all hooked up with, so we can get a lot of things in there for a really good price. We do not mark up our stuff very high. It's lower than anyone else. I went around and did a search, and we did that for a purpose. We wanted to be affordable because we are raising funds. All the profit of the store goes to providing services for Patriot Sisters of America and all three of our missions. So you literally are spending for a cause. So we just added Etsy too. Nothing's in it yet, so I just added it. If you go in here and nothing's in there yet, then it's because it's in the works. So every day I'm going in and finding really cool products, and we'll clean it as we go. The reason why we added financial freedom, by the way, is because we're trying to really fill that with Bitcoin stuff. That's a really popular thing right now. And I think conservatives are really good about trying to be financially free, independent as far as our decisions and that sort of thing. And Bitcoin is one of those things to help you get there. So it's not just Bitcoin, there's other stuff in there too, but we added that for that purpose, because we think it's important for us to live independent lives. We have the Healthy and Homestead Lifestyle store as well. So anyway, really good stuff in here. We have all different kinds of stuff. Please check it out. Please share. If you can find it on Amazon, you might be able to find it on here. And if you can't, let us know. If it's something you order often, I can do it. I can add it here. So because it'll go to a good cost. So anyway, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I think we're gonna wrap this up by saying thank you all. We've had tremendous support from so many people we love. The Guardian Freedoms group, we love you. We miss you. We did a lot of work with them, and we decided our own area here in the Space Coast really needed some concentration and some work. So we did. That's when we started really making this nonprofit official and putting all of our energies into it. So we love you guys. We truly do miss you and hope you're doing really great things.
Guys and gals, yep.
And for all the other organizations out there, man, you all are doing a phenomenal job. And I hope we can help in some way to be able to really spread the word about what you guys are doing and how you need assistance. We're here to help y'all. Please reach out. You can email us at admin@patriotsistersofamerica.com, or you can go on any of our social media pages and reach out as well.
We want to help.
Yep.
Help your organization.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we will be out. God bless America.